Previously this tutorial was started by coding this template using HTML and CSS, but lately we have deviated from it a lot. Quite an intermission we had in our way of learning. Now we can concentrate wrapping up our project. So this is what we are going to do. We are now concentrating ourselves in coding the rest of this template using HTML and CSS in our tutorial. Hello and welcome to another new episode of Learning Simplified. We practically started this tutorial by coding this template, and now it is time to wrap up this whole thing, this whole project. Such we may now proceed forward to our next segment, which consists of Bootstrap tutorial, which is an essential one. But before moving forward to it, first of all we have to end up this project, and that is why we are going to finish up it with coding these segments, this rest of these segments that we are now seeing over here, this feature product section, and above all the most important thing, this form field segment that we can see it has been customized. Now so far up to this part, this tutorial has been conducted. As we can see over here, this entire div that can be subdivided into two child divs. So what we need to create a parent div first here in this part, and then we need to create these two child divs inside this main parent div. First of all, as usual, now here I am just creating a new parent div. Press Ctrl S and copy this class name, get back to index.html, and here first of all this is the out wrapper. Where is the out wrapper? Over here. This is the out wrapper. It ends up over here, so all we need to do, now we need to make a change. Do not name this one as a div. Just customize the name and provide the name whatever you wish, but do not use this kind of things over here. Now press Ctrl S and get back to index.html, and here create the div. Now as we can see, we have created this parent element. So let's get back to our project. First of all, press Ctrl S to save and then get back to our project and reload. And now you can see that actually here this thing has been generated, this parent element, which is of course yellow in color and which has a padding bottom of 20 pixels and a width of 800 pixels. But looks like we need to provide that margin 0 auto condition to make it in a centralized position. So we are providing this margin 0 auto. Press Ctrl S, get back to your project, and now you can see that this thing is right on track. Now let's get back to our template, and we can see that here's a gap over here. So we will be later considering about these gaps. First of all, we need to create two separate child elements, two separate child divs over here. One of them will be holding these featured products and all those segments inside, and the other one will be holding this form element over here, which we need to customize as per project requirement. So this is what we are going to do. Now we have created this parent div over here, so we now need this parent div to break into child divs. Copy this name, paste it over here, and now name the first child element as So now we can see that we have practically created two child elements over here, two child divs. The first one is form feature parent left box, and the second one is form feature parent right box. And as well as we have provided a float left and float right condition. Here is the float left condition and here is the float right condition. That means we are intending to keep these two boxes aside. One will be floating left and the other will be floating right. So this is the same thing that we can which has been observed over here. This featured products content, it is actually floating towards its left condition, and this form field, it is practically residing in the extreme right position, as we can see over here. So all we need to do, we need to now get back to our project index.html, and here inside this form feature parent, that means this parent div, we are now introducing these two child divs over here. And again, once again, all we need to do here, we need to mention the div class clear fix as we did previously. So I do not remember whether it was mentioned as clear or clear fix. Let's have a check on it. Clear fix, it was clear fix over here. So all we need to do, we need to copy this name and we need to place it over here. Now let's press Ctrl S and get back to our project and reload. As we can see that it has been produced here. This is the extreme left position, that means this featured products content will be placed right over here in this left box. And on the other hand, this is the form field that has been customized as per project, and this will be placed in this extreme right box as we may see over here. So now we are capable of producing these two things, these two segments over here, as we can see. Now everything that is left here is to place all these contents, but as per requirement, first of all I am going to discuss on this form field here in this extreme right box, and then I will be discussing about the featured products, placing those elements over here. So please keep watching this tutorial part 2, and you will be learning now how to place those form fields and how to customize those things as per requirement. So until then, thanks for viewing and keep watching for the coming up tutorials.